Man, do I love a good leaderboard. You know, the ranked list. Who scored the most? Who scored the least? So that you can see at a glance who is winning. Fantasy football, your gym's weight loss challenge uses it. I use that concept all the time when I'm visualizing data. But when you're talking about something complex, something maybe with some gravity, a leaderboard has a way of glossing over details, whether you intend to or not. And that sort of possible intent is exactly why Donald Trump, the President of the United States, just posted his own leaderboard. Except his leaderboard wasn't about a weight loss challenge, it was ranking American wars by how many of our soldiers came home in a flag-draped casket. And I know I like to occasionally say funny things, but this is not a joke, and there is nothing funny about the way Donald Trump's handling this. And as I've pointed out in other videos, over the weekend, 4 more American service members were killed in this war with Iran. That's 18 dead since February. And these are people with names, with families and friends who right now are having to plan funerals. Army Sergeant Michael Emmanuel Swinton, 30 years old, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Army Sergeant Angel S. Rampersad, 28 years old, of Ozone Park, New York. First Lieutenant Tyler Feehan of Eva Beach, Hawaii. And Private First Class Isabella Gonzalez, 19 years old, of the 10th Army Air and Missile Defense Command, getting that Private First Class rating posthumously. And yet the day before, Donald Trump was scheduled to stand at the dignified transfer of their remains to watch those flag-draped cases come off the plane. The Commander-in-Chief sat down and posted a chart, lining wars up. Afghanistan, 20 years. Iraq, 9 years. Vietnam, Korea. And then, at the bottom, his own, which, by the way, he pointedly refused to call a war, calling it the Iran military conflict. 4 months, 18 dead. Look how few. Look how inefficient. Are you not impressed? Only 18 have died. And I keep snagging on another part of this, one piece of this, because he also listed the Venezuela war. 1 day, 0 dead. He put a 0 on the board and treated it like it was a damn high score when all he did was kidnap their actual president. That wasn't a damn war. It was a kidnapping. And look, every soldier lost is one soldier too many. But to Donald Trump, they're just another stat line that he uses to pad his Truth Social posts. And by the way, lately, this numbnuts in the White House has turned a lot of people against him. And I love quoting all of the people that are turncoats, not because I want to agree with people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, but because it is genuinely hilarious that MTG is so passionately anti-Trump these days. So when I can, I will most certainly relish when I get to say things like Marjorie Taylor Greene said that, quote, Trump is bragging about killing 18 U.S. soldiers, end quote. And she is right, because he is. He's bragging about it. Donald Trump continues to find more new ways to prove to all of us how tiny of a human he really is. So I want to put a question to you guys, and I want you guys to think about this and put a real answer. When a president is treating a war that he started for dubious reasons, like a box score, what the hell is Congress actually going to do about it? How do we stop this crap? Because remember who this is. This is the guy who's always openly campaigning for that Nobel Peace Prize, the self-declared FIFA peace president. A war that his own defense secretary just told Congress cost $37.5 billion with more casualties. And this war, in Hegseth's word, unavoidable. While also yelling at Congress to give us the money while sweating like a TV preacher during an IRS audit. But look, when you show a leaderboard, it exists for one reason. It exists to make you feel good about a number without all the messy, inconvenient details. And there is no version of 18 dead Americans that is a good number. There's no denominator that turns that into a win. The only person that needed that chart to exist is the one damn man who can't look at a flag-draped case and feel how a normal human is supposed to feel. The rest of us are looking at 18 and see families destroyed so that a president could allegedly distract from being in those files. And then he needs to stretch this damn war into November so he can claim it's all part of the election. And look, independent media like us, we live and die on your engagement. So please leave me a comment, leave a like for us and for any of the outlets that are out there still willing to call this what it is. Because the ones that are getting paid by advertisers, they're not rushing to cover stuff like this.